Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of the BS Bar where you are getting more booze and reviews. This is a weekly after hours podcast from BS Drunk Movie Reviews, and we will be uploading this video version to our YouTube channel at some point in time. But you are paid members and you get it first. So you can also check it out there whenever you feel the need to. My name is Matt, and as always, I'm being joined by my sister Vetta.
BS Drunk Movers #1.
Yeah, number one. Anyways, and on this episode, we are going to be doing, because we're doing the Bring It On franchise. Jesus Christ, we are doing Bring It On All or Nothing, and I prefer nothing. This is the third one in this franchise. Shabuya, shabuya, roll call.
My name is Vetta.
Yeah.
I'm loud.
Yeah.
I'm fun.
Ooh.
I love to drink, watch movies, and now I'm on a podcast.
Shabuya, shabuya, roll call. My name is Matt. Yeah, I'm here to stay. Yeah, if you don't serve me, get out my way. Ooh. Shabuya, shabuya, roll call. All right, mine was better than yours.
Yours was way better.
Yours was an essay, fucker. You're like,
Just be a short right there. Yours
like,
was an essay.
Like, I feel like you didn't know how to write a haiku. Like, you're just all like, all right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
I'm making a template and I added on to it. You're like, follow this.
Yeah, you're
Don't
like,
do anything else.
My name is Vetta.
Changes here. Changes here.
Yours was like, my name is Vetta. I'm really cool and I'm really good at science because it's like my favorite subject of all time. And it's like you add amoebas and stuff together and then you just like, and boom.
But don't tell anyone because I'm a cheerleader. Go Pirates.
That's how it was. But I loved yours. I loved it. I'm not making fun of you at all. Okay.
Either way, I don't care.
I said the last one, Vetta, was the AliExpress version of Bring It On. This is the Wish version of Bring It On. I feel like this is just as cheap. Anyways.
Oh, so many stereotypes in this movie.
So many stereotypes, and I want to discuss all of them. But I did figure out when Solange is not beating up on Jay-Z, she's doing shitty movies. So So there's always that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and I think she was in her 20s when she did this movie.
Right on.
And Hayden, whatever, was actually a teenager. So
yeah, well, the best part of this movie is the soundtrack, because there was some songs that I was like, oh my god, I remember this. This is a jam. Love this song. That very first what was the first Gwen Stefani song that played on there? I was like, oh my god, I love this song. It's so good.
Is that I'm Just a Girl?
No, I don't remember. No, it wasn't that, but it's
no.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So it starts off again with a dream sequence. But wait,
which is the worst.
Sorry, we have to stop.
Oh.
What are you drinking?
Oh my god, you just almost like gave me a heart attack there. I am drinking an all or nothing.
Nice. I love how you drew that out.
It has I had some already. It has Southern Comfort. Okay.
So Vetta, tell me, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking an all or nothing.
Oh, right on.
It is a signature drink from the Sky Bar in London. It's
fancy.
Off of the internet. It was on Pinterest for those of you that want to look for it. It's got Southern Comfort. It's got orange juice and pineapple juice in it, but I did not have orange juice because I had a birthday party here, and for breakfast they drank all of it. So it's got orange liqueur, which is fine with me.
That's also fancy.
I don't know why I was doing this. Apparently, I turned into a sideways bobblehead.
Well, then this one we're gonna be like, hey, a lot, listen, and everything, for this movie.
Oh my god, girl! Oh, and we're gonna be doing the BRB.
Oh my god, I have to talk about that in a minute. But I am having. I think I'm just gonna stick with this for the whole time. But I'm having a cheerleader. But I'm gonna be honest with you. This one has a little less. You're supposed to put beer in it, light beer, but I ran out of that. So it's mostly just vodka, but it's actually delicious. So I'm just gonna stick with the cheerleader, I think, for this series, because I have, vodka is my second favorite alcoholic beverage. So okay. Sorry, we were talking about the movie, but I want to ask you, what did you think about this movie overall? Did you watch the trailer? I didn't watch the trailer.
Yeah, I did. I didn't have high hopes. I had seen it before as well.
I had seen it before too.
And I forgot, and now I'm remembering why I forgot. I blacked it out. So
I just have to say one thing, Crunk. When we get to that scene, I want to talk about that. I really do, and it's only going to be a visual thing, but I'm going to talk about it. I have thoughts. Anyways,
my problem is the minute the two main characters came on, I was like, this is not going to be good.
Oh, when I was 20 minutes in, I was like, oh my God, I'm only 20 minutes in. Oh my God.
I kept checking the time too. I was like, how much longer do I have? 45 minutes. What the?
I was like, what else can they do? I think they've done everything in this movie.
Sometimes they do them twice.
Oh my, yeah, they do. Okay. All right.
45 minutes too long.
Right on. So it starts off like true bring it on fashion. I have a feeling the rest of the movies are going to have dream sequences. I'm not excited.
But horrible.
It was I didn't like the dream sequences at all.
Cheers in their formal wear at a dance.
Yeah. And she was all like,
I guess it's a dream. So.
Yeah. And she's like fighting with her teammates. She's like, I'm going to make you. And they're like, you suck. And everything. And they're like popping with their mouths. I'm all like, what's going on here?
Yeah. This definitely turns into a hater cheer, not a it's not a fun cheer. Okay.
So I just didn't like the fact that they did this prom cheer, and which I just want to say, okay, real quick, side story, little fun story. You know how in movies, how everybody breaks out into a choreographed dance and everybody acts like it's like so like, like spontaneous and everything. Yeah. So me and your brother, my twin brother, we got some people together and we did a choreographed dance at our prom, and it was awesome. I wish there was smartphones back then. We just had the Nokia one, so we couldn't record it, but it was awesome. And I was like, man, I wish we recorded that, because it was like we had like 10 people together and we all did this dance. It was so good. It was like ridiculous.
So you guys were a teen movie.
Oh my God, it was
everyone
so
goes to a dance and it was breaks out. Was it the African Anteater dance from Can't Buy Me Love? Because if it was, that would be the happiest moment of my life.
It wasn't, but okay. I love how that'd be like your happiest moment. Anyways, okay. So I love how when they're walking through after, I love how she's like, I did not fart. And I'm like, okay, this is so juvenile. Anyways. So they're walking through the hall and they take a picture on their phone, which I want to talk about their phones right after this. And she goes, oh my God, I look 23. I look so old. And I was like, oh, fuck you, Hayden Panettiere, 23. Get out of here with your nonsense. Okay. And I want to talk about their phones. What kind of phones were those? Because I was all like, did phones back then, were they able to send that clear of video? That video was nice.
And you can tell those are digitalized in.
Those because the whole time
it's too clear, it's perfect. It's almost as good as the pictures my phone takes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was all like, I don't remember those video. I mean, like you could take video, but I was like, I don't remember being able to send video like that.
No, and you were limited on how long, and because a service was so shoddy back then, it was usually in like slow-mo and you were real fuzzy.
Yeah. So okay.
Can we talk about when they're walking through school and they're all excited that she has a C average?
Oh yeah. She's like
so smart. You have a C average.
I mean, I can't talk. I was like a C student, so I mean, like whatever, it's fine, I guess. Okay. Oh, can we talk? Because you mentioned it when they're speaking in I am.
Oh my
That is not
God.
sane language, okay? Like when she's like, LOL, BRB, JK, and you're all like,
Oh,
get
I
the fuck
know.
out of here. This is not language.
IDK.
She just called you the N-word. What? I would never. Because you guys are around.
And the fat shaming of poor Darby. I mean,
I have thoughts about that too. But hold on, wait,
she
real quick.
wasn't big. Yeah.
Before we get to that, can we talk about, because that's my next thing.
Oh,
Was that her name? I thought her name was Brenda or
no, I'm
Brianna.
pretty sure.
Brianna.
Oh, it might have been. It might have been.
Okay,
Or not
anyways, maybe
win.
Darby
Yeah,
was her last
you're
name.
right. I wrote Darby, but I said I wrote down two sentences into one run-on sentence. It says they overdid the dummy. I think it's dummy in this movie, and poor Brianna gets fat shamed, and she's like curvy, like a good curvy. Like
Yeah,
what are
we can talk about that right now, but I didn't think she was that fat. I mean,
she's got a little junk in the trunk, and not even that much. Like
yeah,
she
not
has like
I thought her ass looked good. I was like, I
right.
mean, like, listen, I'm more of a boob guy, but I like a nice ass. I like a
Well,
big ass, like a 9 to 3 ass, like a
she's
big
got us
ass.
an athletic person's ass. Like she doesn't, yeah. I just didn't get where those girls were coming off saying she was fat.
What was the mean girl's name? Courtney?
No, it
I
was
didn't write it down.
Winnie.
Winnie. Well,
Winnie.
Winnie was a cunt. Anyways,
Oh,
so
for sure.
although I did like, but then they were like, Vista Cruz has never had a fat cheerleader, and I'm like, well, you don't have one now, because
That's why I was like,
oh, there were definitely fatter girls when they get to that final performance, because there were some that I
oh,
was like, oh, you had to wear the non thing that showed your torso because you're you're looking a little roly poly there. Anyways, can we talk about Brad real quick? Thank
oh
you.
my
So
God.
Brad is annoying, but
Brad's a
Brad,
tool.
yeah, okay. I love how he's like, I'm a quarterback, babe. People expect me to score. Did you know people expect him to score because he's a quarterback, Vetta?
Well, it is a stereotype. So I have heard that before, but it's not true.
And I'm all like, is she not sucking him off every now or give him hand jobs to like, to fend him
Deter him.
off?
Right.
Yeah,
Because teenage boys, I mean, sex sounds all amazing to them. Like they're like, oh, I gotta have sex. I gotta have sex. But trust me, they're just as happy with you putting your dick in their mouth or you wrapping your hand around it. It's all
yeah,
the same. Oh,
I don't want
apparently
to
my
talk about
cat wants to be famous.
right on. Well, yeah, cats are awesome. Anyways, okay.
He went straight for the alcohol.
Yeah, my kind of cat. Anyways, my kind of pussy. Gross. Anyways, okay. I don't want to talk about this stuff with you. It's weird. Anyways, so okay. So she's driving home and they mention this contest, right? I want to talk about this contest for a second, okay? So it's Rihanna and she's having a cheer competition for a TV special where the prize is you can win computers for your school
And be in her video.
and be in her worldwide video.
Yeah.
What? This is so just like I'm all like, this is such a weird, and then like
Prize.
yeah, like I'm all like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for the whole computer for the school thing, but I just go, that's a weird prize. And what kind of computers? Like they didn't even see like top of the line Mac computers. How many, what
Oh,
kind of
no, they're
screen?
refurbished ones from Al's Techno Shack on
Yeah,
the road.
that's the thing. I'm all like, are they just gonna give them a price range to buy computers? Because I'm all like, it was just a very weird contest prize.
And how many computers? Are you
Yeah,
giving them
that's
like
my
one per every kid? Or are you giving them like 30
exactly.
to have like computer class? Like it's
Exactly.
very vague. I'm sure there's fine print.
That's what I'm talking about. I didn't understand the like I didn't understand any of it. Okay. I want to talk about something else when she gets home. Okay, so her dad loses his job, which I'm always sad when somebody loses their job, even a fictional character, because that's their income. But maybe you can explain it to me because my wife tried to explain it to me. Okay, so the dad loses his job, but they're downsizing, so they're going to move to I don't remember that something
Crenshaw
Heights.
Heights.
Crenshaw Heights. And I'm like, so if you lost your job and they're downsizing, did you really lose your job, or are they just downsizing and you're
well, the
moving?
wife says that he says they're downsizing, and the wife says he has to take a pay cut, and they're moving the headquarters to Crenshaw Heights. And she's all like, "Oh, I'm so sad for your commute." And he's like, "No, we're all moving." And that's when she screams. But I
Yeah.
go, You just couldn't downsize. I mean, I get it. In
Did he
California,
lose his
commutes
job
are
though? Because the
no,
mom says he got fired.
I know. I'm so confused by it because she says fires. He says downsize. He says moving the headquarters to Crenshaw Height. The
And
mom
this
says
is
pay cut and a change in their lifestyle or whatever. So yes, they use a lot of words. The writers did not read their story out loud so they could hear the confusion.
I think the parents got a divorce, because if you notice, the dad doesn't show up ever again. You only see the mom in that shitty house that they move into. I'm just saying, there's a side story there that I'm more interested in than this movie. Okay, anyways, so
yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Okay, so after she tells her friends that she's moving, okay, can we talk about this cheer whore commitment? Okay, so
I don't get that. That's like,
so she
I don't know.
can't cheer for another team because then she'll be a cheer whore, and that means what? They don't explain it. It's like, it's okay. It's like in the first movie when they drop the spirit stick and they're like, whoever dropped the spirit sticks goes to Hades. I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. None of this shit makes sense. Is any of this real life happening in real life? That's what I want to know. Are young girls being told that they'll go to Hades, or they're cheer whores? Because it makes no fucking sense.
It makes no sense at all. And actually, I don't know about other states. No, I just said I'll make too much sense and you'll yell at me. So we'll move on.
I will make no making sense on this podcast. Anyways, okay. So, all right. So she gets to her new school, right?
Oh,
Okay. And then I just want to say, Tyson, the character Tyson, is sexually assaulting bitches left and right. I'm just saying,
but like, even before that, I have something to say. Like when she arrives at school, before Tyson even starts smacking girls on the ass. I have been to high school. I mean, it was many, many years ago, but this movie was in 2006. So it was only a small amount of time since I had been in high school. Had you graduated by then?
I had graduated by this time.
Yes. When you arrived at school, and if this happens at someone's school, please DM me because I want to see this. When you arrived at school at 7:30 in the morning or 7:15, whatever time you got there, I mean, were kids outside in front breakdancing?
Breakdancing? Was it daylight?
Right, it looked like it was like 2 in the afternoon.
And I just want to say, she found an upfront parking spot like right away. I don't know about you, but I had to like scour the fucking parking lot to find.
The only time I got good parking was when I got to park in the senior lot, because the senior lot was the in front of the school parking spot, and all the other kids. Then there was in the back of the side of the school staff parking, and then way past the staff parking was where everybody else parked. And you got your 10,000 steps in walking.
No, for sure. Parking was never that easy. Like, and it was dark as shit. I remember one time.
Yes.
Me and our brother parked in the handicapped striped part because it was so fucking dark. You're just like, oh, just park here. I can't even see anything. And the security guy had to come and tell us we had to move our car. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not that big a deal. But okay. So Tyson,
I mean, how many times did you arrive at school and there was no sun out? And then all of a sudden you'd go to your first class and you'd come out of your first class and you'd look out the window and the sun was out and you're like,
every time.
When that happened?
Every time.
All the time.
Like, every time. Okay, so I have some. Okay, so Jessie, the other crunk cheerleader. Why does Jesse's hair always look dirty? Like he's in a sauna 24/7. Like it looks like it's never been washed.
I think he puts too much product in. Don't you remember hair products from that time? Like if girls put mousse in their hair or too much hairspray, it was crunchy.
Like I don't.
Oh, and boys would put too much gel in and it would make it look
because every
greasy
time
and
I saw his
shiny.
hair, I was just like, you need to wash it, my dude.
Or, well, first thing in the morning, he's at school. Maybe he just showered, got dressed, and went to school, and his
He
hair
did
is
not
still wet.
shower.
How do
His
you
shit
know?
looked gross. His shit looked gross. Okay. Um, okay, so I have a question. Is this how they think rich white people talk? Like DTFL and everything, and you're all like, what's going on here? And she's all like, but like it was just very much like
And
very
do they
like
think that people are stupid enough to say to somebody, "Oh my god, your purse is a fake"? How do you know? Because this is a real one. Like, nobody's gonna point that out. That's rude as fuck.
right. And I just have to say, Solange's bag could have been real. Her mother just might be vintage. You never know. Because if you look at the real one, her real one, they were two different styles. And I don't know
Yeah.
enough about that stuff to tell you if it's real or not, but it could have been real, just
And
vintage.
I go, there are plenty of fakes out there and plenty of people buy them.
Oh yeah.
It's
Listen, I bought
fine.
my wife a real Gucci bag. I know I'm baller. When we were dating, I had more money back then. Now I got kids.
Because I was
But
gonna say you had disposable income because
yeah,
you didn't have
but
a mortgage and kids.
right, that's exactly what it was. But I bought a vintage bag. It still cost me like 800. It was too much for a fucking bag, but I bought it for her.
This is too much for somebody you're dating. That's like a first anniversary
Oh
gift.
no, I loved her and everything. So, but anyways, I bought it for her, and it still cost me a pretty penny. And I'm all like, how much would this have been like new? If I
Oh my
hadn't bought it.
god. Side note, do you remember when they would show pictures of malls during the pandemic and people would be lined outside like the Gucci store? And I'm like, yeah, they're just going in to look. I'm gonna judge a book by a
Right.
cover. Ain't none of you bitches buying a
Right.
Gucci bag.
Right.
You're looking for the cheapest wallet in there
Right.
to buy
That's
it so you
so
can be like, look,
true.
it's Gucci.
That's so true. Okay. Um, okay.
We are
So
at lunchtime
no,
where
no, no.
they
I want to talk
oh
about the security
oh
scene. Okay.
the TSA.
So okay. No, now when she was going through security, right? Did you think that she had a pussy ring?
No.
See, I thought she did. And I just want to be like, who doesn't pull out their keys when they go through a metal detector? Like
Well,
that's
she's
like
not the brightest lady and
that's like standard.
yeah, but she also wasn't expecting. I think she just walked through not realize I don't know. But he also didn't go through her bag. Did you notice that? He just set her bags on the
Oh
table
yeah, and he's like,
while
give
she
her her
was being
bags.
wine. Yeah, he was while she was being wanded.
Right. Okay. And then I go, okay. So after she goes into class and she does that whole thing with the not having books or computers,
Yeah.
over the intercom, the principal says that he wants to talk to the teacher and get a deposition about yesterday's lockdown. Now I have to be honest. As soon as I heard that, I heard the song "Been spending most of our lives living in a gangster's past," and I was like, "Where's Michelle Pfeiffer?" Because I'm more interested in this lockdown movie than I am interested in this Bring It On movie. Because
Yeah.
as soon
I
as
mean,
he said that, I was like, "What lockdown? What happened yesterday? Why couldn't we seen that? What happened yesterday, guys? There was a
come on.
lockdown."
And why isn't Brittany asking what happened? Because if it's my first day
Exactly.
out of school
Right.
and I sit down and they're like
Yeah.
lockdown, I'm going,
What's it? Yeah.
what happened?
What hey
Spill
girl.
the tea.
Hey bestie. What
Right?
happened?
We got into a little tiff in the parking lot, but spill the tea about
Yeah,
yesterday.
exactly. Your purse is real now. So tell me,
Yeah.
spill the tea, sis. Anyways, okay. So all right. So we get to tryouts, right? Are you cool with going to
Oh no,
tryouts?
you haven't even gotten to you missed my favorite
Okay,
part.
go ahead.
Another, when you were in high school, did your cheerleaders push lunch tables together and get on top and cheer? Because mine
No, which
did.
oh my goodness. By the way, I forgot to say something. We'll mix it in, but we'll do it later. No, they didn't. This is weird. I don't understand this thing. And I just
Three of them.
the three of them. Okay, real quick. I hold on. What was the name of the Hispanic cheerleader?
Letty.
Okay. Letty's cheer did not rhyme.
Her roll call.
her roll call because she's like, I like to party. And when they call me I mommy, and I'm like, mommy and party don't rhyme. I just want you
she
to.
said some other things in there. But I
It
just
did
don't
no,
remember
no.
it.
Party and mommy were the two rhymey words. And then
Oh,
the fat, I'm putting up quotations, the fat cheerleader with the braids. She was like, my name is, whatever her name was. And she's like,
Carisha.
yeah. And she's like, and when I get down, I get the, and I was like, what did she say? I watched this twice with subtitles. I couldn't understand what she said. What?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. Like Solange, I under she's like, I'll give 3 wishes because I'm delicious. I'm like, see, Solange knows how to rhyme. You two bitches, this is why you're side bitches, because you don't know how to rhyme. Okay.
And Beyonce's not your
Solange,
sister.
yeah, Solange gets it. Solange gets it. Okay. So
For
are you ready to go to
tryouts.
tryouts now?
Let's
Okay,
go to
good.
tryouts.
Let's do tryouts. Okay, so tryouts. I love how Solange is all like, if you can't do this, this, and this, you're not going to be on the team. And the third thing was the dudes flipping. And I'm all like, after that, and after the movie was done, so I was like, Solange, I didn't see you flip like that once this entire fucking movie. You
She's
didn't
a
even
captain.
I didn't even see a backup double do that shit. I was like, you're not on the team anymore, hooker. You're not on the team if you can't do these flips. I don't understand why.
But in true Bring It On fashion, she's the captain. She doesn't have to do anything but go
so true.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3,
Right.
4.
Okay. Oh, can we go back to the lunch lady real quick? Oh, no. Yeah, it's not really like the lunch lady. Sorry. We can still talk about tryouts. Go ahead with tryouts.
Oh, no.
I loved. Go ahead. Go.
No, go for it.
Okay, tryouts. Okay, after Hayden Panettiere, right? She's standing there, okay, and she's learning the steps by catch. She's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and she's learning the things by not doing it, just counting out with her mouth and everything. And then finally she does it, and then she's like 1, 2, 3, and she just throws her hands in her face, and then she's like with her face, and like everybody's like, oh, and everything. I was like, what? And I was like, that's not that big a deal. I'm all like, you didn't do anything special, honey. Like, get out of here. I would have
just laughed at her.
Right. So I don't know about you, but the whole time I'm like, Solange, just beat the shit out of her like you did Jay-Z, and she'll stop this nonsense. All you got to do is give her one good beat down, and she'll stop.
I don't even think you gotta actually hit her. I think you just gotta scare the shit out of her.
I don't know, because she kept threatening her the whole time, like, oh, I'm gonna cut her and shit. I'm all like, you're not gonna.
She should follow through with the consequences. I mean,
Right.
if you lay out consequences, you should follow through. No one's gonna learn anything if you don't.
Right. So she turns down the spot in the.
She doesn't want to be a cheer whore.
A cheer whore, which I still do not understand.
I think it's like being passed around from team to team, like passed around from guy to guy. I don't know. They shouldn't be slut shaming her.
I mean, even if I'm okay. Cheer shaming. Cheer shaming. Yeah. But yeah, I still don't understand that whole situation. But it's like I don't think we're supposed to. Okay, so she goes into the library, and the other girls. Okay, was the librarian and the lunch lady the same person? Because I was all like, that lady's the lunch lady.
Maybe it's her twin. Okay,
I don't know, man. Because as soon as I saw her, I was like, is that the lunch? Has anybody see this? And of course, I'm the only one there. I'm almost like, it's the lunch lady.
And this is my question. Why is the lunch lady or a librarian being the lunch lady? Because she has a good education. Because to be a librarian, you have to have at least a master's.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, why does she have to double?
Maybe she gets paid more. I don't know. But I was just all like,
maybe she's just subbing that day.
That's what I thought. I was like, maybe she's just the lunch lady called in sick that day, and she's like, I'll help out or whatever. But as soon as I saw her, I was like, that's the same lady. It's the same lady. I would love it. See, I'm more interested in that woman's story as a movie than I am in these stupid fucking cheerleaders. Okay. So then, okay, I love. Can we skip to the crunking scene, or do you have anything else in between?
For sure. The next, like a couple practices in.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this is my favorite fucking scene in the entire movie. I'm not gonna lie, this is so good. So the
But
guys
when
are crunky.
Brittany starts doing it, it's the most awkward
Oh
thing.
my god. Yeah, there's one part where all she does is she swipes like this is more visual, you guys, than anything. But then she goes,
She's giving it like a left hook.
Like that. She just twice in 2 rows. Like, oh, you getting mad now? And she's like,
and she's like pushing down on like a tire air pump.
Yeah, and then she's all like, and I'm like, what is going on here? And just like, I'm all like, this is not crunky. I feel like this is like a retard spasming. Like she's just all like having a seizure on screen.
Apparently, it's a Pacific Vista white girl.
It must be. That's the only explanation I'm going to accept, because I'm all like, Hayden, you couldn't just like, I don't know. It was so, and she kept throwing a fist like she was punching. Like she's like, I'm so angry. I'm gonna and then my favorite part though, I can't handle it, was when she was like, and they're like, oh, you getting angry now? And I'm like, no, she's not. No, she's medically ill. Like,
she looks like an ape knocking a banana out of a tree.
So true. It was. I loved every minute of this scene. You have no idea. I watched it more than once. I was rewinding it. I was laughing. You should ask my wife. It was so stupid. Okay.
I love how the Jesse kid is like the king of it. And I was like, didn't they have a circle of like 10 guys?
Right.
And I'm pretty sure there's only like 5 or 6 on this team, but they had like a huge ass circle and they were like tapping each other in and out, but they're the only 2, him and what's the guy's name? Ty or whatever.
Tyson.
They're the only ones that really know what they're doing. I'm like, this makes no sense, guys.
Right. Go.
I also really liked how while she was doing it the whole time, she'd have like her knee up and then she'd take like a big giant step, like she's trying to keep up with a giant, or do the Running Man in slow motion. Like, right, I'm like, yeah. What are you doing?
It was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. But I loved every minute of it. I loved every minute.
I loved every minute, but the whole time I'm going, they couldn't find a choreographer to come in and be like, girl, this isn't it. I don't know, right? But it was great. It did add tons of awkwardness and comic relief for me.
Oh yeah, and Solange hated it. She hated it. She hated every minute of it. Okay, so then after Solange hates it, they do a football game where they cheer, and her friends, because her friends see her on the news, or her what's the mean girl's name? Oh, it doesn't even matter.
Whitney.
Yeah,
Winnie.
So they come to the football game and they watch her cheer, because now she's a cheer whore, which I'm all like, oh, get out of here with that nonsense.
And they couldn't even pay to get in the game. They're so cheap. They were looking through the side. They come from a rich neighborhood.
Oh, right on.
They're looking through the fence.
And then I love how they come out there and like, UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you're busted. I'm like, that doesn't spell busted. That spells ugly. I don't think you know how this works. I don't think you know how cheers work. And then, okay, so then not only does Whitney or whatever her name was, but the other 2 girls aren't her friends either, because she cheered for another team. I'm like, you guys, you had to know she would do this.
I think they were more upset because she wasn't like talking to them anymore. She wasn't communicating with them and stuff.
I mean, I guess so. But even then, that's stupid too. I mean, like, come on.
Well, yeah, let's be honest.
Teenage girls, am I right?
Chances of tell me about it. You'll have one someday. We'll revisit this topic.
I guess so.
And why in all these movies is there cheer TV?
Oh, I know, right? Like anybody cares.
That's not a thing.
Okay. And then I also have a question, because that while they're practicing their cheers for the big contest for Rihanna. Okay. Is the helicopter toss routine, is it that dangerous? Because it didn't look that dangerous to me.
Okay, again, you're going to tell me I'm making too much sense. So in high school cheerleading, it's different than like competitive and college. They have a lot more rules that are like for safety and stuff, which is the girl, when she breaks her arm doing the helicopter, she can't cheer with a cast on, and she does. Can't do that.
I don't think she's got a cast.
Yeah, she's got a cast on at the football
I
game.
thought it was just like a little like sleeve because it was like it's not like she broke it.
You
She just
can't
hurt it.
cheer with any of that stuff on. Like you can
Mm.
cheer with a knee brace on and like a wrist brace, but they have to be like soft because if you're I don't know about flyers. If you can have I know like the knee brace bases can have on them and they can
All
have
right,
the
we're
wrist
losing
support.
subscribers. We're
Yeah.
losing subscribers.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, but it's my bad. I brought it up. Okay.
You did. I blame you.
Okay. So then okay. I'm skipping, and if you have anything to say in between here, you can.
Okay.
When she goes to class, because she's got to go to homecoming with Brad.
Oh, the dead dog. Yeah.
And she makes up the dead dog. Okay, I just want to say her friends were a tiny bit insensitive at the beginning of the conversation because I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but a dog is family, okay?
But
I'm
I also
sorry.
go, they believed her. She was the worst liar on the planet.
Yeah, and I don't well, but plus I just go, why wouldn't you just tell them you need to go to a homecoming dance with your boyfriend? Like, would they not be okay with that? Like, hey, honey, Solange, would you want to go to a homecoming dance with your boyfriend? Of course you would, hooker, and you would give up a game for that. So stop it. Okay.
But they were trying to make her choose. Who would she what was she gonna be? But again, at the real homecoming dance with the boyfriend, they do cheers in their fucking formals.
Which let's talk about that because that was my next thing I was going to bring up. I love how they have like a pretty much a little cheer off at the dance.
It's a roll call, isn't it?
It is a roll call.
Little roll call.
Yeah. Which I love how Hayden Panettiere does. All she does is she goes, shabuya, yeah, shabuya. Which what is that? What is that shabuya?
I don't know. I would love to know. Someone can inform me.
Yeah, somebody tell me too, because I think it's fucking stupid. But she's like, shabuya, shabuya. My name is Whitney. I am so cool, or Britney, whatever. And I was like, and she's like, break it down now. And then the one girl, the fat girl, she's all like, we should do more cheers like Britney. And I'm like, you mean say weird fucking shit like alakazoo, ooh, alakazoo.
I think she meant like the shaking your ass and smacking your ass type stuff.
That is illegal. That's illegal. Just so you know, they take away points for vulgarity. Duh. Okay. And then oh, and I love how he gave her a hotel card, which I just want to say right now, he shouldn't have gave that to her in a box because that just says, more than that says jewelry.
She thought she was getting jewelry.
But hotels rooms are not cheap, especially when you're a high school student. So she should have been a little bit appreciative.
And I don't think you can get a hotel room when you're under a certain age. I don't even think it's 18. I think it's like 20.
Yeah, he probably got his dad to buy it. He got his dad to get it. It's fine.
Terrible
it's
dad.
fine. It's fine.
Terrible.
I would buy a hotel room for my
make them be like normal kids and figure it out, the back of a car, whatever.
Nobody wants their first time in the back of a car, Vetta.
I don't disagree. I wouldn't.
Yeah, nobody likes that. Okay,
but a Marriott.
I personally wouldn't. I mean, I didn't care because my first time I was like, we could do it in a fucking porta potty. I don't fucking care. I'm getting it. I didn't do it in a porta potty. I just want to say that right now. I'm just saying I wouldn't have cared.
Terrifying.
That first time you're all, well, not you, but as a guy, I was all like, this is happening. Anyways, okay, so okay. All right, so let's move over to the competition, right? I love how she shows up and she's all like, I'm sorry, you guys. And then she stands up for the cheer team. And like, we'll let you back on because you stood up for us and everything. By the way, the acting in this movie, so top notch. Oscar worthy.
I know. I mean, the writing's superb.
I did not. Did you understand the rules of this competition? Because Rihanna's all like, you're going to perform for the judges and they're going to pick two and then you're going to perform for me. But I'm all like, but Rihanna, you were there the whole time. Why don't you just pick one? Pick your favorite. Like, why do you need these two judges?
I don't know. Yeah. But remember, she makes the rules.
She does make the rules. Yeah. Which her rules.
Well, I think she wanted like, I don't know. And again, I'm making this up because I don't know what she wanted because I've never talked to her or the writers. I think she wanted the judges to be like, who's all like technically apt and all of that. And then I think she was judging for, oh, excuse me, who was going to be best for her worldwide debut video.
Right. I skipped over this real quick, but I just want to throw it in here real quick. I felt like the cheering was better in this movie than the last movie that we did.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, good. I didn't know if I was the only one because I was all like, I just feel like even though, but the last one was in college and this one was in high school, and the first one is definitely my favorite one so far.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I feel like this cheering is better than the last one.
Well,
Okay.
and do they really do a lot of cheering in this one? This one's mostly just competition pieces of dancing and gymnastics.
Well, they had the football games and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about those. But did they really cheer a lot?
Okay. Now, which I just want to say right now, I loved the Rhythm Nation outfits that the
Okay, can
we
talk about this real quick? Where did the Warriors come up with coordinating outfits? Like, did they just have these in their bag? Were they all gonna go out for lunch and coordinating camo and green
the Rhythm
outfits?
Nation outfits? I think they did. They're all like, "Hey, did you guys see that new Janet Jackson video?"
They had on uniforms and then they all magically changed. What were those there? Hey guys, we're gonna go in the dressing room and we're gonna walk out as a team so everybody sees our cool clothes and how coordinated we are. And I was like, where did these come from? Did they run to the army surplus store on the corner?
Oh my
God,
what is right?
Happening?
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, I personally didn't like them, but because every time they started moving, I was like, we are a part of a Rhythm Nation. Anyways,
it probably would have made me much happier. I mean, I love Rihanna, but if they would have brought out Janet Jackson and she would have been like the announcer person,
oh, that would have made more sense. Okay, so here's a question I have for you: do you think that the Warriors deserve to win?
Yes.
You thought they were better?
I thought they were better.
Okay.
I think the other team was too mechanical and stiff.
See, I didn't understand how they won because I was like, "What's her face?" Was like, they didn't even let us finish our thing, and I was like, "Yeah, they didn't let you finish," because I was like, and they weren't even like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like it was. They just because they added some pumps in there, I was like, or some like that made it better. I'm all like, and some Running Man. I'm all like, this is not better. I just want to say, I was like,
but I think they won because theirs was stronger in dance than the other people. They didn't have a ton of cheer moves. They had stunts and tumbling, but
see, that's the thing I like more is the throwing them up in the air and stuff. That stuff I find
both teams had plenty of that, but I think like the cheer movements, the Pacific, what was it? Pacific what?
The
Pacific
which one?
Valley?
The Vista Cruise?
There you go. They had more like cheer moves where I think the Crenshaw had more dance to theirs. And if you're Rihanna and you're looking for somebody to be in a video, wouldn't you want somebody who's more dancey than
I want some high flyers and shit because I'm the dancer.
High flyers.
I mean, I guess so. I don't know.
Didn't you watch the video at the end?
I did. It sucked.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rihanna doesn't do much dancing in it.
Exactly. Well, I just want to say real quick, it was blue screen and she was wearing a blue shirt. It wouldn't have worked out. I just want to say that right now. It made no sense on a technical scale. Let's be real,
Rihanna wouldn't have made that video in real life. Have you seen her videos? They're way better than
that. Yeah, for sure. Okay, something I wrote down that I forgot to mention. Okay. I love how, so in the first one, we talked about in the first episode that we did with Bring It On, how they say the fag word a lot.
Yes.
In this one, I love how he calls himself queer leaders, and he's all like, you girls don't like that. And I was like, maybe you guys should stop being mean about that shit, because why don't you calm it down, honeybee?
I feel like Gretchen from Mean Girls, another Mean Girl reference, should have been there, or not Gretchen. Anyways, they should have been like, stop trying to make fetch happen.
Right.
Because I feel like the writers of this are trying to figure out what are the right terms to use to refer to people in the LGBTQ community, and they're not doing a good job.
And then I also, the last thing I have written down, right, is that, okay, why in this movie and in the last one, and I can't remember if it was in the first one, why do they have a lot of people accidentally punching people when they do a cheer move? Like, what is that? Is that going to be, I mean, I haven't watched the rest of them because we're going to do them all. But I swear to Christ, if this is a continuous theme throughout these movies, I'm going to freak the fuck out because I was like, I've had enough. No more.
Right? Yeah. Physical violence is
never okay.
No, it's never okay.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to say about this movie?
No.
No. Okay. Let's move over to the question section of our program. What was your question for this movie?
So my question is a little complicated to say. So Solange is in her own right. She does her own thing. She sings, she acts, whatever. But she is the younger.
Does she though?
She is the sibling to the more famous, more successful Beyonce.
Way more successful.
So mine is what is your favorite movie that has a lesser known sibling?
That's not what you said the question was, you fucking asshole.
What did I say?
You asked what was your favorite lesser known sibling, not the...
Oh, well, that works too. Then you don't have to come up with the movie they were in.
I can come up with a movie. I just have to look it up.
We'll just do what is your favorite lesser known sibling?
A celebrity sibling?
Yeah, what is your this celebrity doesn't have to be an actor. Their sibling just has to be.
I already have mine.
Okay.
So I picked Beanie Fieldstein, which is the sister of Jonah Hill. I mean, I've seen that's what was that sorority or whatever that movie she was in, and she was okay, but she's like not that great in my opinion. Everybody says she's so good, but I think she's like not that great. I mean, compared to Jonah Hill especially, but that was my choice. I might fuck her. Anyways, so go ahead. Who's yours?
I picked David Franco, James Franco. Even though James Franco is handsy with all of his co-stars.
Oh, but David Franco's so much hotter.
He's a terrible human being and a terrible artist, like painting artist. Because if you've ever seen Who Him, which we reviewed, go to our regular feed and watch.
It was Why Him.
Yeah, his art is horrible. So, but he's a good actor. Like, you can't take that. Did you see that 127 hours where he's the hiker that cut off his own arm and
no.
And he's been in some other good movies. Yeah, but his brother, I think, has only been in like 3 or 4 movies. I don't know.
Dave Franco, he's been in some movies. I like him. He's hot. I'd fuck him. I'd give him the old in out. You know what I'm saying?
Just the tip, huh?
And his wife is hot too.
Oh, I didn't look that in depth with him. I was just looking for a lesser known sibling that
I'm obsessed with certain people, so whatever. Anyways. Okay, so let's get to my question, you little hooker. My question for you is, what is your favorite Hayden Panettiere movie? Go.
I went with Remember the Titans when she
went when she was a little girl. You little asshole. That's a good movie, though.
Adorable in that.
She is adorable. I love that movie.
She became a bitch.
Yeah, I love that movie. You're right. She's adorable in that movie. She's so freaking cute.
Yep.
My choice is Scream 4. I loved her in that movie. She plays a bitch in that movie, but they're bringing her back for Scream 6. Although I'm not going to see it because they're not bringing back Nev Campbell, so fuck them.
That is shitty.
Yeah, that is shitty. I'm not going to watch it because of that, but I loved Hayden Panettiere in the 4th one. She was really, really good.
She was, but she was better as a kid.
Aren't we all? All right, but the last question I have for you is, would you suggest this movie?
No, I'm I'm going to go with the answer I had at the end of the last one. Just watch the number one, the
Yeah.
very first original, and then stop. There is at this point no need to move past the original.
I agree. Yeah, the original is such a classic, but this one is not good. The only thing I would say is find the crunking scene on YouTube and watch that.
Yeah, you didn't got to watch the whole movie. Just Google it on YouTube.
I laugh so when she does the ho 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 thing. I laugh so hard. I was like, what is this?
Watch it just so I can imagine you doing it as well.
Oh my God.
With your little
I should record myself. I should watch it and then just try to mimic it as it's happening.
I'm just gonna imagine you going
That's gonna be for our Patreon, for our Patreon people. You guys get to see me do that shit. No one else.
You gotta pay for it.
Right on. Yeah, you gotta pay for me dancing, hookers. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to our nonsense. Thank you so much for being our patrons and everything. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at BS Drunk Pod to stay updated on all of our stuff. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or anywhere where you get your podcasting needs, please give us a 5-star review. You have no idea how much it helps us out, and we really do appreciate it. We will also be posting this not only to our Patreon and all of our other Patreon stuff, but we will also be posting it to our YouTube channel at some point in time. So be sure to subscribe to us there. And if you do, that is YouTube at BS Drunk Movie Reviews. And please don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye, you guys.
Bye.